Let me tell you something. The most people don't want to hear. Nobody is coming to save you. Not your boss, not your company, not your friends, not your relatives, and sometimes not even your family. You have to understand this before you can actually change your life, because most people are waiting. They are waiting for the right job, they are waiting for the right opportunity, they are waiting for for more money, they are waiting for more motivation, I could say. They are waiting for the perfect time, and while they are waiting, time is moving. 1 year passes, 2 year passes, 5 year passes, and suddenly they look back and realize I'm still exactly where I was. So today I want to talk about something much bigger than motivation. I want to talk about money, business, discipline, and personal responsibility. And some of what I'm going to say might make you uncomfortable. That's okay, because sometimes the truth needs to make you uncomfortable, because before it can make you changes. It can make you change. The first thing I could say for you all is your job is not your freedom. Let's start with something controversial, guys. Your job is not your financial freedom. Your job is an income source. That's it. And there is nothing wrong with having a job. A job can teach you skills. A job can give you experience. A job can pay your bills. A job can even help you build the money you need for your next step. But here's the problem. If you if your entire financial life depends on your on one salary, you are vulnerable, guys. You're very vulnerable. Ask yourself one question: if your income stopped tomorrow, how long you could survive? 1 month, 3 month, or 6 months? What would be that? A year? If you don't know the answer, that's something you need to think about, because financial security isn't just about how much money you make, it's about how much money you control you have. The next thing I could say for you, for everyone, is for everyone whoever watching this channel, whoever subscribed the channel, don't quit your job because of one video. Now, before someone misunderstands me, I'm not telling you to quit your job tomorrow. Please don't watch one motivational video and make a stupid decision. That's not entrepreneurship. It's an emotion. It's an emotion. That's emotion, sorry. If you have a job, keep your income. If you need it, use your job as a foundation. Learn, save, build skills, build relationships, and then start building something on the side. Your goal should not be how do I escape my job tomorrow. Your goal should be how do I create enough value that I have more options tomorrow. There is completely different mindset. The next part I'm going to say you is the comfort trap. There is Here's where most people get stuck. It's not always poverty. Sometimes it's comfort. You get out, you get your salary, you pay your bills, you order food, you buy a new phone, you watch Netflix, you scroll Instagram, you enjoy your weekends, and there is nothing wrong with enjoying your life. The problem begins when comfortable becomes your entire life, because once you are comfortable enough, you stop fighting for more. You start saying, I will start next month. I will learn later. I don't have time. I need more money first. I will start when everything is perfect. But let me tell you something. Everything will never everything will never be perfect. There will be there will never there will always be another problem, another bill, another responsibility, another excuse. If you keep waiting for the perfect moment, it's not coming. You will wait forever, I could say. And the next, I would say, for everyone is stop confusing consumption. Stop confusing consumption with progress. This is another problem I see everywhere. Pro- People consume motivation instead of creating results. They watch 10 motivational videos, they listen to podcasts, they buy courses, they read books, they save Instagram posts very, very much. They watch successful people talking about success, and at the end of the day they haven't actually done anything. You need to understand this. Watching someone build a business is not building a business. I could say again, watching someone build a business is not building a business. Learning about sales is not selling. Watching fitness video is not working out. Watching a motivational content is not discipline. Information is not valuable when you use it. You don't need another 100 videos. You need to take what you already know and actually do something with it. Next, business is not about looking rich, guys. Social media has completely confused people about business. You see somebody in a Lamborghini. You see somebody traveling around the world. You see expensive watches, luxury hotels, designer clothes, and then you see this is what happened when you believe in yourself. No, you don't know what's happening behind the camera. You don't know their expenses. You don't know the debt. You don't know whether the car belongs to them or it's rented. You don't know how many years they worked before that video. That you don't know anything. So stop copying someone's lifestyle, stop their process, learn how they think, learn how they sell, learn how they communicate, learn how they solve problems, learn how they build relationships. Because looking successful and being successful are two completely different things. Money follows value. Here, here's one of the most important things I want you to understand. Nobody pays you because you want money badly. The market doesn't care you badly. You want success. Customers don't care about your dreams. They care about the value. If you solve a problem, you become valuable. If you sell if you can sell, you become valuable. If you can communicate, you become valuable. If you can create content, you become valuable. If you can market product, you become valuable. If you can lead people, you become valuable. So instead of asking how can I make more money, start asking what skill can I develop that people are willing to pay for me. The question can completely change your life. The next, the biggest beginner's mistake, whoever going to start something new in their life. Most beginners want the money before they understand the work. How much can I earn? How can I become successful? How much commission do I get from this? What's the easiest business? Those aren't the necessary bad questions, I could say. But there there are not first questions. Your first question your first question should be, what I'm selling, who needs it, what would they buy it, would I reach those people, how do I create repeat customers, what are my cost, what is my actual profit. That's how you start thinking like a business person, because revenue is not a profit and sales are not income. You need to understand the numbers, and you'll get more rejections in the future if you start the business. Now let's talk about something nobody likes: rejections. If you want to build business, people will say no, some people will ignore you, some people will laugh at you, some people will tell you that your idea won't work, it's completely dumb, and some people will never support you, and some people will, whoever support you today, may disappear in the future tomorrow. That's life. You cannot build something meaningful if you need everybody's approval. You have to become comfortable hearing no, because businesses is often, you ask, they say no, you learn, you improve, they ask again, you keep going. The person who can handle rejection has no enormous advantage over the person who needs consistent validation. The next, I could say, the next part for you: build your second engine. What is this, building your second engine? This is what I want you to start thinking about. If your salary is your first income engine, build a second one. Maybe that's a business, maybe that's a freelancing, maybe that's a content creation, maybe that's a sales, maybe that's a consulting, maybe that's an online skill, maybe that's something completely different. If doesn't it doesn't matter what it is. What matter is that you are developing another way to create value, and don't expect it to replace your salary immediately. That's where people make another mistake. They start something for 2 weeks, make no money, and quit. 2 weeks is nothing. You need you need to give yourself enough time to learn, enough time to fail, enough time to improve, enough time to understand the market. The next your next 90 days. So here, what I want you to do for next 90 days: choose one skill, one five, one, maybe sales, maybe content creation, maybe digital marketing, maybe video editing, maybe communication, maybe a skill related to business you are already building. Spend time learning it, then practice it, then use it, then try to make your first dollar from it. Don't worry about becoming rich immediately. Your first goal is proof. Your first 100, then your first $1,000, then your 1 lakh, sorry, $10,000. You once you because once you prove yourself that you can create value, your mindset changes. You stop thinking, I need someone to give me an opportunity. You start thinking, I need to create opportunities. That's a completely different person you are going to be in the future. Stop wasting for permission. You don't need permission to start a learning. You don't need permission to create content. You don't need permission to build a skill. You don't need permission to improve communication. You don't need permission to start something small. You and you definitely don't need everybody to believe in you, because here's the reality: people will believe in you after you have results. Before that, you may have to believe in yourself, not blindly, not emotionally, but enough to keep working when nobody is watching. Final message. So let me leave you with this: you don't need another motivational video. You need action, you need discipline, you need skills, you need patience, and you need to take responsibility for your future. Stop blaming your circumstances for everything. Stop waiting for somebody to rescue you. Stop waiting for the perfect time. Stop waiting for the perfect motivational video, perfect opportunity, because motivation comes and goes, discipline stays. Your future is being created by what you repeatedly do today, tomorrow. So don't ask when will my life will change. Ask yourself what I'm doing today that will make my life different 1 year from tomorrow, from now. Then do that things and do it again tomorrow, and the next day, because success isn't usually one massive decision, isn't thousands of small decisions made consistently when nobody is watching, nobody is coming to save you. And that isn't bad news, that's the best news, because it means you have responsibility, you have choices, and you have the ability to build something different. You stop waiting, learn something, build something, create value, and become the person who doesn't need to be rescued. Your future is your responsibility. Now go build your life.